Hello everyone, my name's Leighton and thank you for clicking on this video. I'm making this video just to document the changes that I've had since starting testosterone. I had my first injection on the 28th of September, so 2.5 weeks ago. If you're not sure what testosterone is, it is the male dominant hormone, and some trans masculine people may take synthetic testosterone to make their bodies more masculine. It does take 5 years for the full effects to occur, and it is essentially like your body's going through a second puberty if you've already gone through it once. And the changes do differ from person to person. It depends entirely on your genetics. Some changes will be quicker for some people, some may take longer. It just differs person to person. There is no way to tell exactly when different changes are going to happen to you. You just have to wait and see what does happen. Most trans masculine people will be on synthetic testosterone for the rest of their lives. Some may stop taking it for various reasons. If you do stop taking it, some of the changes will be permanent and some of them may reverse. There's no guarantee that any of them will reverse. There's no guarantee that any of them will remain permanent. It just differs person to person. So I'm just going to jump right into the changes that I've noticed so far. So the first thing I'm going to mention is the actual shot itself. That didn't really hurt. It was just afterwards, it did ache quite a lot when I moved my arm. I woke up a few times in the middle of the night because I kept rolling onto it. That did hurt quite a lot. It was in my arm though, so that may be one of the factors that did play into it rather than it being in my thigh. The first actual change I noticed from the testosterone was an increase in my appetite. Started eating a lot more. Didn't eat more regularly. I already ate quite regularly. I just didn't eat quite a lot at once. But I did start eating a lot more each time. And the second change was an increase in sweating. I never used to sweat much, and the past few weeks I've not barely stopped sweating. Even when I used to get too hot, I still wouldn't sweat that much. I'm not a big fan of this change. If I'm being honest, I don't really like the smell of it either, but it's just something I gotta deal with really. It is getting a bit cold now, so hopefully it stops happening as much. And then there was increased libido. That was really quite intense, if I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting it to be so intense. I was expecting it to happen really fast, just not as intense as it was. But that is just something that you just have to deal with. And then my period lasted longer than usual. It's a bit personal on this, but I am making this video for educational purposes and I do want to include everything. So it lasted for 10 days and normally it lasts for about 4 or 5. Hopefully it's just my body trying to get rid of everything before they stop completely. Hopefully they will stop completely in a couple of months. Again, that's not guaranteed to happen, but hopefully that's what it is. I've spoke to other trans men who are on testosterone and they've had similar experiences with their periods, some of them. So it is nothing to be worried about. It just wasn't very nice, really. It's twice as long as usual. And then in the second week, bottom growth was the first thing at the beginning of that second week. I'd been dreading that. I'd heard it was quite uncomfortable. I didn't really find it that uncomfortable. I just thought it felt a bit weird. It's a very sensitive part of your body and it is growing. You can kind of feel it happening. It may get uncomfortable in the future when it gets bigger. I'm not entirely sure, but I've not found it to be that uncomfortable yet, if I'm being honest. And then there's been a change in my body odour. I smell differently. It's a bit weird. Obviously, everybody has their own smell. I think I smell quite different. I've noticed that. It's a bit weird, but I imagine I'll just get used to it because he's got to smell like that every day. So, and then I start getting more tired. I imagine that's because the first week after your injection, your testosterone levels do go up and then they start to drop again. So it is just the hormone levels dropping. But yeah, no, I did start to get more tired. And then coming into this week, started to get even more tired. Again, I think that's just the hormones dropping and getting lower. I do have my next shot in just over a week, so hopefully I'll stop being as tired once I do have it. I've been very tired this week though, and hopefully once the hormones start balancing out a bit, the fluctuation of how tired I am will stop as much. And then on Monday I woke up with a sore throat, and honestly I thought I might have been started with COVID, but I didn't have any other symptoms. And then I feel like there's something constantly in my throat. You've probably noticed my voice is going a bit up and down now through this video, which it is. It's just my voice changing. It's my vocal cord sticking in. And I think I sound quite gravelly. Like my voice sounds a bit gravelly. Not entirely sure if that's what you think, but that's what I can hear myself. So I'm quite glad my voice is changing though. I wasn't expecting that to happen so fast, if I'm being honest. It's always been really high. They get misgendered a lot on the phone, so I'm very happy about that one, if I'm being honest. And then my face has got wider. Anybody who knows me, seen me before this video, you'll probably be able to tell that it's got wider. The person I live with has noticed it's got wider, and they see me every day, so it must be quite a noticeable change if they're noticing it. And then also, I do have a bit of a moustache. I don't think you can see it in this light, and I also have a bit of facial hair around the sides here and here. I don't think you can see it on this video. It's only a bit at the moment though. I wasn't actually going to mention it originally, but then the person that I live with actually mentioned it to me yesterday, so it must be starting to get noticeable to other people now, so I thought I'd include it. And that is all the changes that I've actually had so far. Very happy to have so many changes so far, but I think that's most of the changes I'm probably going to have for a few weeks, aside from once my voice settles. Until like the 3 to 6 month mark, I don't think I'm going to have that many more changes. I think these are all the initial first changes that I'm going to have. But I'm very happy with them. I'm very excited. At least I know the testosterone's actually working now, so there is that. And yeah, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask. Do feel free to leave them below. I will link my Twitter and my Instagram, so you can follow me and message me any questions if you are curious. And they are quite personal, and you don't really want to ask them in a comment, or you don't think I'll answer them in a comment. And you can also, if you're watching this on Facebook, then just message me on Facebook. And thank you for watching.